COVID kill battles. Gotta have the COVID kill battles.
Oh my.
Only 2 of us can have them though.
You get people in from out of town, you gotta give them north.
It's one of the best weekends because we no longer hate St. Louis Cardinals fans. Cardinals. We're hunting with Matt and Mike, and we're educating them on being a Brewers fan.
I walked in.
I didn't throw the Randy. You throw it to Randy.
Good hands, kiddo. When you look at deer hunting in Wisconsin, it is pretty much state holiday and has been for dang near over a century or more. It's a social aspect where you get together with a bunch of friends, a bunch of family, and you hang out, you have some fun times, you roll dice, you play cards, you have some beers, you shoot deer, and you get out in the woods. But the one thing that comes down to deer hunting that's a lot different than waterfowl hunting is you're stuck in a tree stand all on your own, and you don't have the chance to hang out with friends and BS while you're hunting, swap stories, have laughs. And ultimately, that is how duck and goose hunting differs from a tradition standpoint than deer hunting. We have a great group of guys that loves hunting together. We scout together. We brought on a young guy, a young kid this year to mentor and teach him how to hunt. And I think he's fully been immersed in the culture of waterfowl hunting and the fact that it's not just about killing birds. It's about scouting, it's about the guys you hunt with or the women you hunt with. It's about the dog, it's about working the birds, and it's about putting the time in and just really enjoying the moment.
Best thing about it is, I think Dad mentioned it in the video, I've heard Dave say it, everybody, it's not the piles, it's the smiles. And I mean, this year, Ben has a fish fry. We meet Ben's neighbors, Joey, Craig, Meg are there, I'm gonna meet Shannon this year, gonna have lunch or breakfast with Sean Stahl this year. Whether it's going to Walker's or Mercer Teas for lunch, 10 o'clock and drinking beer for an hour before we eat lunch. Going to the Char House. Char House is awesome. Great to hang out with everybody. Going to the Iron Ridge for, things. They got me on these things. Jess makes an awesome, apple to add to this, old fashioned here. And I drink old fashions like they're going out of style.
Someone liked my truck so much, he had to get one just like it. You know what makes this weekend even more fun? Is Shannon's here. Shannon and Aaron. So we get Nebraska, we get Illinois, and we get Wisconsin.
Not Chicago.
On Wisconsin. Screw the Cubs. They aren't quite new there.
What else, Craig?
Yeah, like 6.
You want all of them?
I think we're taking them, man.
I think we're worth. Oh no, Ben's is down by Joey.
Where's Ben at?
At the bar.
He's down there, right?
Oh, you wanted to know where his blind was. Whose blind's right here in front of Xander? I've been replaced in my... So, if you're a mentor, you better have some pretty good friends, because Xander lucked out with this group. Shannon's on the GK staff, really good guy, and he brought a duck call, GK duck call for Z. He's getting hooked up this year. Getting calls from a ton of people. Shannon, that's some pretty good stuff right there, bud. I have a really good friend that travels the country hunting for a living. He represents the industry from a business standpoint and does a very, very good job of it. I've had a lot of conversations with him this year about how he started hunting with the group of guys that he travels with. And his answer is the same every single time. It boils down to the fact that people who are alike generally migrate towards each other. If you put an emphasis on killing birds and piles dictating the success of your hunt, you're generally going to be disappointed a lot, and you're not going to find the quality of guys that necessarily make hunting fun. If you put an importance on finding people who are happy in seeing others' success, who chase the bird and chase the hunt from an aspect of piles don't dictate smiles, that you can have a lot of fun hunting ducks and geese without limit piles or limit pictures on every single hunt, that is where you start to find the rewarding aspect of chasing ducks and geese. And believe me, when you can put those two together, you have the limits and the really good hunts and the big scouting that pays off, and a great group of guys on the other hand that, hey, you know what? If we kill birds, that's a plus, but if we don't kill birds, we're still having a heck of a fun time together. That's where we're at with all the guys we hunt with. And that's the special part about the individuals we hunt with in this film coming from out of state. This is going to be it, boys. Tucker, stay. Tucker, stay. Stay, Tucker. Cut him if you got him, if you want him. One. I'll bring more cordwood. Belly's up. The dog's out there peeing on decoys. Can-Am killing.
Facing the wrong way.
No.
3 seconds?
Come on.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
They're right over there somewhere. That's the banded one. I think Ben shot that one. Yeah.
Actually, I think he did.
And there's Ted coming back with the last one. And Joey just stopped to pick up his limit.
Small bird.
Little Ross. Coming like he knew what he was doing.
Matt and Mike started hunting with us 4 or 5 years ago now. They were on Kaiser's last hunt where he decided he's going to retrieve no more. They watched his retirement, which was not a sad thing. It's just him being a stubborn dog thing. And it's a hunt where you always just look forward to the dates they're coming. They're fun guys. Now, the other part of what makes these hunts so fun is the fact that we go out for dinner just about every night that we get together and hunt. It's either the Char House for a good steak, or it's Mercer Keys and Climbing for a great fish fry the first day everybody's here. And this year we started, I think is what's going to be a new tradition. Ben decided we're going to do a fish fry in his garage.
What's going on, Dave?
Fish.
Just French fries, that's all we get.
My hands don't.
Oh, we need to open one of these.
What's that? They don't feel heat anymore?
No.
Oh, I should go.
Well,
get
it's only
a-
$175.
I gotta get a-
I
Oh,
don't.
we need
My nails don't work like that. My nails are like.
Well, they'll bring the dogs out running the fence every day before he goes to work.
Oh.
Ready?
14 years old.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Xander. Happy birthday to you. Hey! Make a wish. You better wish for a lot of geese tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It's a beautiful day in Illinois for goose hunting. My buddy Ted and I got 3 this morning. Just wanted to talk a little bit about what a great time we have hunting in Wisconsin. Ted made a first trip up there this year in probably 10 years, Ted?
Oh, it's been a while.
It's been a while. And I did not make the second trip this year, but we have a great time. The gentlemen that we hunt with in Wisconsin are some of the best people I've ever met in my life. Food at Walker's restaurant for breakfast is the best I've ever had. And you cannot beat the Char House in Beaver Dam for the best prime rib and ribeye steaks in the world.
Yeah, it was my first trip up to Wisconsin and met everybody. Real good group of guys, pretty funny. The best thing about hunting up there, I would have to say, is the food. Goose hunting was good. I know it could have been better, but the food was freaking phenomenal.
Breakfast after the hunt is always a staple. We don't make breakfast in the blind very much because we go to Walker's restaurant in Beaver Dam where they have tremendous home-style breakfasts, and they have what we now call the Sean Stahl starter pack. Pecan croissant warmed up with butter on it and a big glass of milk.
Who's got dibs on the pecan croissants this morning?
I might pass.
You might pass. That pecan roll was good.
I may pass. I may just. So back to, as Ted said, Dad mentioned the food. Mercer Teas, you can get a beer and a fish dinner for $10, and you won't go hungry. You know, the Char House, Chili John's. You know, some of the different hole in the walls we've stopped at. We were hunting way north one time. They got a goalpost and Green Bay Packers stuff all over the place. I don't know how we got there, where we get there. I don't know how to get there again, but my God, it was awesome. Going to eat wings. You know, Ted was just happy eating wings the other night while we were slamming these guys. Old fashions. These are special old fashions because Jess makes some apple stuff that goes in there, Honeycrisp apple. Anyway.
Well, that ends the second trip of the Belosi hunt, the second coming in the snow, and bands, sunset, and fun. So, see, Matt, Ted.
So thank you for watching. Enjoyed having you guys along for the ride. And who knows, maybe you get to see this little girl in action next year.